Hello, everyone. I do apologize for the glare. It's the sun. Uh, there's nothing I can do about it. I do apologize. But let's just get this going. So, my name is Shelby Barnett, and this is my video presentation discussing the benefits of qualitative research um, when conducting an experiment or a study. So, first, we will start by defining qualitative research. According to Vibha Pathak, qualitative research focuses in understanding a research query as a humanistic or idealistic approach, whereas quantitative research focuses more on numerical statistics, facts, and figures. So, qualitative research method is used to understand people's beliefs, experiences, attitudes, behavior, and interactions. It also generates non-numerical data, which can be really good for situations where you're trying to, as Pathak mentioned, if you're trying to understand attitudes, thought processes, beliefs, behaviors, etc. All right, so the type of qualitative research that I want to focus on in this presentation is the narrative kind. So, narrative qualitative research. That is the type of research style that I will be using personally um, with regards to how I'm going to be conducting my experiment. I've already set up my survey questionnaire, which will be attached to my discussion prompt where you can find this video. But it's just a set of questions that I've already prepared to send to some of my family and friends who are educators regarding their feelings and beliefs towards how effective they feel their policies and procedures are at their within their districts concerning school safety issues. So, um, one would prefer to use qualitative research as opposed to quantitative research, especially in this particular situation, simply to give some life to the data. Of course, we could probably draw a few conclusions based off of, a basic study that just has numerical data. However, with asking questions and having the participants have that opportunity to give insight and deeper insight into how they're feeling, what they're feeling. There's a way that we could possibly find a theme throughout our analysis of the data, or maybe there's something that keeps popping up that we need to consider an area of concern. So when you're looking for more tangible, real life data that applies to real life situations that you can't kind of just explain away with numbers, you would use qualitative research, which is why it would be great to use when you're conducting an interview or conducting a survey questionnaire, kind of how I'm trying to do with my research. Um, so, narrative qualitative research is the method that I've chosen to further discuss. And according to Harappa, narrative analysis is a form of qualitative research in which the researcher focuses on a topic and analyzes the data collected from case studies, surveys, observations, or other similar methods. With my own personal research for my own project, I'm going to be using a survey, as I mentioned before, and that fits into narrative qualitative research. Narrative analysis provides researchers with detailed information about their subjects that they couldn't get through other methods. So, I wouldn't be able to know exactly what were three of the main policies that my participants feel would benefit um, them feeling more supported and more safe within their district from the school district's policies and procedures. I wouldn't be able to necessarily analyze that data if I just used numerical data. I would need them to explain that to me, and I would need that data to be able to go back and say, okay, well, two of the participants said the exact same thing, or many of the participants are saying the same thing. So basically, it just kind of gives you a way to apply the data that you're collecting with real life situations so you can get a comprehensive understanding of the results and then draw some conclusions that aren't just based on statistics, but are also rooted in a little bit more research that was a little bit more comprehensive. All right, so let's see. As I mentioned, I'm going to be using a questionnaire survey, and that's one of the appropriate data collection methods for narrative research. You can do interviews and case studies, as mentioned earlier, according to Harappa. Um, as with all experiments, ethical and legal policies and procedures ensure that the participants' rights and confidentiality are being respected, and that the participants are informed of and have given consent to authorizing their participation in the study. And we also need to make sure that we have policies and procedures in place to ensure that this data is properly stored and kept uh, confidential so that um, the participants can remain anonymous. And I'm using this narrative research qualitative method to discuss in this presentation simply because it is going to be um, the method or one of the methods that I do use in my own research to answer my research question. Like I said, I'm doing a questionnaire survey that I'm going to administer to some of my educational professional friends and family members. So this is why this kind of all ties in. I hope I made sense and I hope you enjoyed my presentation and good luck to you all. I can't wait to see what you guys have come up with for this response, how you feel about my response, and to see where your research takes you throughout the duration of the course. Have a great evening. Bye bye.